Welcome to SuQuietSleep. I'm so glad you are here tonight. Find a comfortable position and let your body settle into the surface beneath you. Relax your shoulders. Release any tension in your jaw and soften the muscles around your eyes, brows, and face. Take a slow breath in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. With each steady breath, the sounds of your day begins to fade into the background. Now, let yourself drift into tonight's story. Tonight, we step softly into the inner room of a silk merchant's household in a ward just north of the West Market in Chang'an. 4 days before the Dragon Boat Festival, the 5th day of the 5th lunar month, nearly 1,300 years ago, at the height of the Tang Dynasty. It is a warm, late spring afternoon. The room faces north and holds the shade of the afternoon. Through the high window comes the sound of the household. A cart crossing the courtyard stones. A door drawn close. Then silence. The silk merchant's wife sits before the work table where 5 reels of silk thread have been laid out for her. She has done this work before every Dragon Boat Festival since she was a girl. The cords she will make are called long life threads, twisted from 5 colors of silk and tied around the wrist and ankles of children on the morning of the Dragon Boat Festival as a protection through the heat and illness of midsummer. She has lived in this world long enough to know every household by name and every child by sight. This year, she will make cords for 9 children. She arranged the reels in their order on the table: green, red, yellow, white, and black. These 5 colors corresponds to the 5 directions and the 5 phases of the ancient China cosmology. Green for ease and wood. Red for south and fire. Yellow for center and earth. White for west and metal. Black for north direction and water. A cord carrying all 5 holds all direction in a single form, tied around a child's wrist at the beginning of the summer. The cord is woven through the 5th month and into the 6th until the first deep rain of the 7th month. When the cord is released into the running water and carried away, taking it with the heat and illness of the summer. She lifts a length of green thread from the reel and holds it in the afternoon light from the window. A single clean line of color against the room's shadow. She put it down and begins. She measures by the length of her arm. From the reel, she pulls the thread to her fingertip, fold it back at the elbow, pulls another arm length, and fold again. 3 arm lengths of each color for a standard cord. 15 strands in total. The motion is the same each time. Pull to the fingertips. Fold at the elbow and place the fold aside. She finishes the green and place the 3 folded lengths together. After that, she takes up the red reel. Pull to the fingertips. Fold at the elbow. She has measured cords by arm length enough times that the motion lives entirely in the body. The threads run between her fingers with the smooth resistance of good silk, neither stiff nor loose, holding its form as it moves. For the cord intended for the infant next door, she pulls only 2 arm lengths of each color. 10 strands in place of 15. The resulting cord, lighter and finer, size for a small wrist. She walks through each reel in order, The 5 measured bundles grow on the table's left side. When all 5 colors are measured, she cut. The small iron scissor separate each folded bundle with 1 clean snip at the top of the fold. 15 strands per cord, each the same length. She runs her finger along the ends of each group to check that the lengths are even. Silk freeze at a fresh cut. A light fuzz at each end that she smooths down with a dampened fingertip. She gathers all 15 strands into a single bundle. Green strands innermost, black outermost. The other 3 color string layered between, and taps the end against the table to align the tips. Then holds the bundle to the afternoon light. The 5 colors together before twisting, still separate, still visibly distinct. Each color holding itself. A moment before they become something combined. She anchors one end under the edge of the liquor ink stone at the table's near corner, firm enough to hold, not so firm that the strands are compressed. She takes the free end in both hands and begins a slow, even rotation. Both hands turning in the same direction. The strands spiraling around each other. Too tight, and the cord working one release. If too loose, then the colors will not sit properly. The strands drifting apart rather than locking together. The colors begin to spiral. Green move behind red, red behind yellow, yellow behind white, white behind black, black behind green again. The slow rotation continues. The 5 separate strands become a single twisted cord. Each color cycling across the outer face in turn, present. then gone. Then present again. She holds the cord at length to check it. Dense, even. The colors bright and locked together. She released the anchor end. The cord stored tension resolved into one small final tightening of the spiral. Then still. This is the long part of the work. Chord after chord. The motion is the same. Measure, cut, align, anchor. Take the free end and turn. This inner room holds its afternoon quiet. Light from the high window moves slowly as the sun tracks west. The shadow of the window frame crossing the table surface by a hand's width between one chord and the next. She does not think about the motion. Her hands know it entirely. What she watches is the colors. Each chord is different in appearance, even though the strands and method are the same. This one, the red color is prominent, sitting near the outer face of the twist. That one, the yellow dominates. Each chord carries the same 5 colors in different proportions of what the eye sees, depending on where the twist happens to catch the light. She finished one and put it in the row forming along the table's right edge. Takes up the next bundle. Turn, turn, and turn. The row grows. Outside the window, the word sounds drift in. A child voice, a gate. Then silence returning. She knows which chord is for which children before she finished twisting it. The infant next door, not yet walking. Her chord is the lightest. 10 strands instead of 15. The spiral is fine. She will tie it around the ankle rather than a wrist. her husband's young nephew, visiting from the Eastern Ward for the Dragon Boat Festival. His cord is the longest. He is tall for 7. The daughter of the household senior kitchen attendant. Her cord has the finishing knot worked into a small flat shape rather than a plain loop. A detail she will notice and remember. The 3 children of the neighboring household. The widow's 2 sons. The boy from the compound at the lane's end, whose mother asked her to make one last month. She does not need to write these down. Each cord has a child waiting for it as she twists it, one by one. The child carried in her mind while her hands turn the silk. On the morning of the Dragon Boat Festival, before the household begins its other preparations, the cords will be brought out. She will tie each one herself, a single loop, a flat knot, snug but not tight, and the child will wear it through the 5th month and the 6th into the 7th as the summer deepens. The cord is not to be cut or removed. In this household, when the first great rainstorm comes in Chang'an, the storms of deep summer that arrive with sudden darkness and the full weight of rain falling at once. The cords are untied and released into the running water in the lane. The storm water carries them out through the Chang'an's drainage channels and away. With them go whatever they have gathered in the weeks of wearing, the summer heat, the season illness, the harmful air of the 5th month. She placed the finished cords along the shelf by the north wall. 9 long live threads in a row, each twisted from green, red, yellow, white, and black. Each color in its place in the spiral. In the late afternoon light, through the high window, the 5 colors catch the light differently on each cord. The red, warm, The green, cool. The yellow, steadiest of the five. Together in the row, they are vivid against the sharp, dark wood. She looks at the row for a moment. In 4 days, these will be on the wrist and ankles of 9 children throughout the world. Small silk spiral woven through the heat of summer. The festival will bring its glutinous rice ball and its mugwort above the gates. These 9 cords will already be doing their quiet work, tied against the skin, carrying the 5 colors through the long days of summer. And so, the silk merchant's wife completes the afternoon cord making in the north-facing inner room. 5 colors silk reels set aside. The 15 strands bundles, twisted and finished. 9 long live threads waiting in their rows on the shelf, where the light from the window falls and catch on the colors. The green, red and yellow, white and black, vivid and still. The Dragon Boat Festival, 4 days away from now. The world we visited tonight grows quiet now, and you can simply rest here, comfortable and at ease. Your mind can relax. Your body can soften. If you are already drifting into sleep, allow yourself to sink a little deeper. And if you are still awake, just listen to the quiet. There is nothing more to do, nowhere else to be. I'll be here whenever you need another peaceful moment like this. But for now, sleep well. Good night.